All right, welcome back to Breakfast Central. And now we're joined by someone who is 92% Canadian, Sam Dandy.
Wow. Thank you so much for that one.
I'm pretty sure I said Kenyan, or Zambian.
You know
So
what?
you're not proud of being Nigerian?
Of course I am, Ollie. But if a man says I'm Canadian, who am I to say no?
Okay. All right, I should have used something else. But go ahead, man. What's going on?
All right, there's so much has happened, but this one seems to be an update. Now, MOBAD and his management, Malian Records, are back in the news after video allegations of harassment against a Nigerian singer surfaced online weeks ago. The youngster musician MOBAD has officially terminated his contract with the record label Malian Records, owned by Naira Marley. Now, hours ago, the street pop star, through his lawyers, served a notice of contract termination following the highly publicized disagreement between MOBAD and Malian Records. Now, the letter-headed termination notice reads in part that Naira Marley orchestrated and carried out violent attacks on their client, MOBAD. Now, it also provided that Naira Marley has failed to pay all royalties and advances due to MOBAD as agreed in the contract entered into in 2019. Now, the notice stated that it was on the basis that MOBAD was terminating his contract with the Malian Records. Now, it also demanded that Naira Marley pay all the royalties, advances, and all monetary compensations due to MOBAD under the contract. The letter also demanded that Naira Marley hands back to MOBAD the catalog of all the songs released under Malian Records. Now, it's unusual that disagreements of this magnitude blow away easily, although several fans hope this turns out that way. Now, recall that fans rallied to MOBAD after a 7-second video of him with bruises and injuries surfaced online, where the musician blamed the abuse on Naira Marley and his management team, Malian Records. Now, we stand with all the parties when we say that we hope justice is served. Now, usually with things like this, it's quite delicate, and especially leaving a record label, whether it's in Tanzania, we've seen, of course, how Diamond Platinum says they have to pay over, millions and millions of Tanzanian shillings to even leave the record label. And a lot of musicians, holding back and saying, oh, I signed this deal, am I being paid and all that. Even in fact, if you go internationally, we know that Taylor Swift also had that clash with her management team as well. So we're just hoping that in some form this is sorted out, especially because of the abuse that is being alleged in this topic as well. But before we talk about this one, let me hit on this other story. There's a new Nigerian on the block. Hours ago, the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle, opened up in her podcast to her several million audiences that she is 43% Nigerian. Now, Meghan Markle, wife of Prince Harry, revealed she took a genealogy test to learn more about her family ancestry in the most recent episode of her Spotify podcast, Archetypes. Now, the episode, which aired yesterday, was largely focused on the stereotype of angry black women. Now, it also featured guest popular American actress Issa Rae. There was also American writer Emily Bernard and Nigerian-American comedian Ziwe Fumodo. Now, the women who were, of course, surprised by the revelation immediately asked some questions more. Now, Ziwe said, "Are you serious? This is huge. Are you Igbo or Yoruba? Do you know?" And Meghan responded saying, "I'm going to start digging into all of it because anyone that I've told, especially Nigerian women, are like, wait, what?" Now, Meghan Markle joins a growing list of Hollywood stars that have come out admitting to their Nigerian ancestry. Now, recall that 2 years ago, award-winning rapper Lil Wayne revealed that he was 53% Nigerian after a test. Now, other surprising figures of Nigerian descent include American rapper Tyler, the Creator, award-winning actor Forrest Whitaker, and amongst others. What can we say? We're proud to be Nigerian, and everyone now wants to be Nigerian at this point. I guess everyone should go and get the test done and see if they're, can be traced back to our phenomenal Nigerian roots. But I got to ask you guys questions about the MOBAD. What are you thinking now that we got an update? Are we saying it's a good thing? Would you think it's going to be easy for this to end and for him to leave Malian Records and get his songs back at the same time?
Well, really, I really don't know how this is going to end, if I'm being honest. Every now and then we see clashes in record labels between the artists and the record labels themselves. Mm-hmm. All I'll just say is it's important for people to ensure that they get a lawyer, read the fine lines before signing any contract. It can get very exciting. I don't know what the details of the arrangement is, but I do hope that they're able to sort it out. Now that the lawyers that have been involved, I'm hoping that matters will be sorted out well. But how it's going to end, I do not know. I guess we'll just stick around to see.
Yeah, pretty much the same thing. I wish him luck, and we'll see how this turns out. Yeah, I'm not sure what else. It's also a good place, for other people to learn about certain record labels. And Malian Records, whichever other artist is signed under them, maybe needs to start learning some lessons from these things and the way these things are playing out. But good luck.
I definitely agree. Now,
Thank
do you
you
want
so
to
much.
contribute to Meghan Markle? 43%
She's our
Nigerian?
sister now, Chukwumega.
No, say that again.
Chukwumega Markle.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Chukwumega. That means, God has done a lot. Chukwumega. Ask anyone.
I'm actually worried. I'm not necessarily worried, but I'm wondering why they're, suddenly so interested in, genealogy tests, and trying to cling closer to Africa. And, it's more exciting when they say, I think Samuel L. Jackson, I think it was from Ghana or from the Gambia also. And, everyone's, starts to get excited. I'm not sure why.
But it's the truth. A lot of them have their origins in Africa. They were taken away, their
Absolutely.
ancestors were taken away during the slave trade era. So it's only just makes sense that they are, they are part of our. I don't think it's that much of a surprise. But
Yeah.
for the Meghan one, I mean, I just imagine what would have happened if Queen Elizabeth was still here.
All right, we need to go. Sam Danny, thank you so much
Thank you for having me, okay?
for joining us. All right, we need to go.